Hello, my name is Colleen Hill-Scotter, and I want to share my story with you today about hope in the middle of despair. My story is about the darkest days of my life, all those tears shed. This is the story about our daughter Missy and our granddaughter Brooke and their cancer journey, and also our daughter Christine and their journey on starting a family. This is a message from Brooke. My biggest thing was that I wanted to be strong for my mom and dad, and I wanted them to know that I was okay so they could be okay. I knew that I could not stop giving up hope and that tomorrow is a new day, not the same as yesterday. I put all of this with the Lord. I did not need to put it anywhere else, and I knew that I had support from others all around me. This is a message from Missy. Hope. It is a confident expectation of what God has promised, and its strength is in His faithfulness. Hope carries no doubt, and hope is built on faith. Without faith, there is no hope, and without hope, there is no true faith. 2015 was full of hope and faith. I couldn't have any doubt. It just wasn't an option. I could have said, why me? Why her? Why us? I couldn't let my mind go there. As crazy as it sounds, Brooke was my rock. She was the one with all the hope. She was the stronger one. She was the one that immediately said, "This is in the Lord's hands." And she stayed true to that every step of the way. And when you hear your 14-year-old say, you know that you have done something right. First, let me tell you about despair. I remember Missy was in her car. She had just left the clinic and she called me. She croaked out the words, "Mom, I have cancer," on the day after Christmas. Missy was diagnosed with stage 2 cervical cancer. This is one of those moments that you think this is somebody else's life, not my life. This cannot be happening. Now, Brooke had been misdiagnosed for over a month. She went to the doctor and they told her she had a cyst the size of a baseball. The family went for a second opinion because Brooke physically was doubled over in pain. Something was really wrong. She went to Marshfield, and there she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, stage 3, with a mass the size of a football. Only 2 weeks between the two cancer diagnoses. I remember sitting in the waiting room while Brooke was in surgery, family all around, and it was over 4 hours of surgery. You see the fear in everyone's face, but you do not say a word. Last pieces of despair, the treatments, the painful, excruciating treatments, and this nightmare. Will it ever end? Now the good part, the hope. I bet you didn't know this about me, that hope is one of my favorite words. You can use that word to live by, to share with others, to receive comfort, and to give comfort. I know from the moment Missy said, "Mom, I have cancer," to Brooke's surgery, there was hope. I really didn't think about hope. It just happened. I knew that we were all being cradled in the Lord's hands, and we all handled this in our own way. But we all had one common denominator. We all had hope. Hope stands for helping other people empower. I like that one. With prayer you find hope, and with hope you can get through anything. Missy and Brooke have been cancer-free now for 5 years, a big milestone. You cannot use hope in a negative way. You cannot use hope that the cancer will not return. You cannot hope that you will never have to go through anything like this again so grueling. But you can use hope and faith together, hand in hand. All you really need is faith, the size of a mustard seed. You see, even this size can accomplish much, that nothing will be impossible for you. Bet you didn't know this about me either. When Missy was a very little girl, she had a necklace with a mustard seed in it. I put that little mustard seed locket on a chain, and I wore it around my neck during this time to remind myself that with faith and hope and love, I can move mountains. I have one more story about despair and hope. This time it's with our daughter, Christine. Christine and her husband had been trying to conceive for 10 years, with many medical fertility treatments and surgeries along the way. One night she had a dream that her grandpa came to her and he said, "Don't worry, your babies are on the way." They tried month after month, and each month that went by, hope was dwindling and despair was setting in. Then there was hope again. Friends gifted them $20,000 to have in vitro fertilization. They thought for sure this was it. This is what God had in mind for them. We thought that the rainbow sign for children and the 2 peas in a pod that kept popping up was Grandpa saying, "Your babies are on the way." Heartbreakingly, no. It all failed and still no children. Now there was a woman who had 4 children in the Eau Claire area. She wanted to give up 2 of the children, the twins, for adoption, Bo and Bailey. The woman's life story is a sad one, but she wanted a better life for these children, and now God's master plan has been unveiled. They became foster parents when the twins were 3, and then they were adopted. 1 year after they were adopted, God talked to Chrissy in a time of prayer, telling her 7 days. Just those 2 words. She had no idea what that meant. But 7 days went by, and on that 7th day she conceived, and her body was healed of everything. This is a real-life miracle in her family. God healed her body over all those 7 days. God now has blessed them with a son, John David. Then they were blessed again with another son, Judah Gabriel. And one more time, God blessed them with a child, a baby girl, London Lorinda. London is named after her mother, Christine Lorinda, me, her grandmother, Colleen Lorinda, and her great-grandmother, Laura. The middle name was saved for when God blessed them with a daughter. The doctors had told them they would never, ever have children on their own. Too many physical reasons, but they never lost hope, and they never gave up even during the darkest times, for surely God had different plans for both of these families. This is a message from Chrissy. Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. I look back and he knows my heart, and I trust him with all my heart and my desires.